This movie tells a story about a father and son who have been living off-grid for 20 years. They encounter an outsider who threatens to destroy the utopia they have built. First of all, this movie is a post-apocalyptic thriller that tries to be different. There's a sense that the movie is trying to explore things that not normally seen in this kind of genre. It's not just wanting to give you the usual attraction of post-apocalyptic world, but it also tries to deconstruct its dark appeal. It's interesting to see how the three main characters see and handle the end of the world situation differently. There are several times the movie tries to veer off into unexpected directions as well. Unfortunately, despite intriguing approach, the results are uneven and often too melodramatic. Some intriguing ideas are compromised by clumsy execution. This movie is muddled and struggling to generate consistent suspense or emotional resonance. The movie seems like it's bringing people along to explore deeper themes, but it's never able to take them on. It's an engaging character study that eventually reaches a point where it becomes content. The movie could have done with little more time to explore its loftier ideas. There's not enough space to fully explore its bigger ideas. It suffers whenever it even briefly starts treading down some of those familiar post-apocalyptic routes. It's clearly a film with a lot on its mind, but its reticence keeps it from exploring the more challenging and possibly more rewarding paths laid out before it. A slightly more in-depth exploration of Jake's discovery of the wider world could have helped elevate that aspect of the story. It presents a story with the potential for intense horror, for unspeakable sadness, for a whole tangle of conflicting emotions that should put Jake through the ringer. Unfortunately, the movie doesn't lean nearly far enough into either the tragedy or the horror of his predicament. All the main characters have their own flaws. At 35 years old, Drew Van Acker may be too old for Jake, while Stephen Moyer has some trouble navigating Troy's shifts. Alicia Silverstone's performance is probably the best out of the three, but her character's motives are muddled. The characters may benefit from strong writing, but the actual story can be pretty frustrating. In terms of the plot, it's clear from early on that some secret is waiting to be revealed about what really happened at the end of the world. The movie doesn't want the audience to just accept the world has been destroyed. The entire time, the film seems like it is reminding audiences there's big secret that it's going to tell, but only when it wants to. The red flags are so big and so frequent as to become distracting, especially when some of them start pointing toward even bigger red herrings. The movie stumbles more in the last act, which is clumsily executed and overly bad. The finale that brings all the main characters together is ineptly staged and confusingly edited. It feels both rushed and unconvincing. In the end, it's hard to shake the feeling that the film doesn't live up to its full potential. While the intimate character-driven approach to such material feels fresh, the writing, the execution, and the disappointing ending hamper any meaningful narrative momentum or potentially provocative thematic depth. Overall, we do not recommend this movie at all.